In this video, I want to collate a more condensed recap on all of the information regarding Call of Duty 2025. Now, I have already made a video talking about this, but it was quite long, going in much more depth. So this video is going to be a little bit more condensed, but let's unpack the details and explore what the future holds for us after Treyarch's current upcoming title. So it seems like we're going to be seeing a similar situation to Modern Warfare 2 and 3 back to back, where of course we've had 2 Modern Warfare games in a row. And speaking of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, before I go over the information, I first have a quick sponsored message from U4GM, which can help you easily unlock all of the Modern Warfare 3 Zombies schematics, other items, weapon camos such as the Borealis camo. They don't mod your account, they simply go on your account and manually unlock them for yourselves if you don't have the time to grind the game. If you are interested, you can click the link in the description and check out more boosting services. And from now until January 2nd, you can use my code TGR to get a special Christmas and New Year's holiday 15% discount to buy the cheapest COD services. Anyways, with that being said, let's get into the video. We're seeing 2 Black Ops games in a row with 2024 and 2025, with the 2024 game being set in the 90s, spanning the Gulf War and other events. And then for Call of Duty 2025, it seems that the future is calling, and this game is codenamed Saturn. This installment promises to take players back to the future, only the near future though, being set in the year 2030, marking a return to the futuristic setting not seen since 2018's Black Ops 4, and not aesthetically matched since the original Black Ops 2. Call of Duty 2025 is rumored to be a direct sequel to the beloved Black Ops 2 set around 2030, with the return of fan-favorite protagonist. Players can expect to face a new villain following the events of Black Ops 2, according to Insider Gaming, and they did write this article before we got the unfortunate news of the passing of Raul Menendez's actor, Camar de los Reyes. I do deeply apologize if I butchered his name, but yeah, it's really sad that he has passed away, unfortunately, and at such a young age. My condolences to him, and he was such an iconic character, one of the greatest, if not the greatest villains we've ever gotten in Call of Duty, and lots of people were speculating that Menendez might be involved in COD 2025 in some way. Of course, he died in Black Ops 2's campaign, but maybe through flashback missions or stuff like that. After all, we did see a younger version of him inside of Black Ops Cold War on the Cartel multiplayer map, so I wonder if he could be involved in the 90s game as well and we see a young version of him. I do also wonder if maybe he's recorded acting work for either COD 2024 or 2025 before his unfortunate passing, and he could still retain his role. And if they do have a role for him but they've not been able to record anything yet, and now they are not able to, I wonder if they'll just scrap those scenes entirely, or they'll get some other actor to fill his role and he be recast. Now, personally, if they do have scenes planned for him but they weren't able to record them before his passing, I think it would just be a bit distasteful to recast him. I would rather they just be cut entirely. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think they should do to handle that? Anyways, regardless of this game leads us to ask, with this new combined universe with the Modern Warfare and Black Ops storylines in the same timeline, how exactly did Treyarch plan to make the events of Black Ops 2 also work with the Modern Warfare timeline? Obviously, we've not really seen many references to the Black Ops timeline inside of Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare 3 literally takes place in 2023, just 2 years before the events of Black Ops 2, and the technology is vastly different in both games. Now, it could just be that it's our sight in these Modern Warfare games, but after seeing the last few games either tease or directly address the combined timeline, it is very likely we see some sort of reference to the Modern Warfare trilogy events having transpired quite recently. Perhaps we see the appearance of a Modern Warfare character such as Makarov inside of this game, or another villain or someone else from Task Force 141 such as Captain Price could be communicating with Old Man Woods. We saw an Imran Zakhaev cameo in Black Ops Cold War, so the same could happen once again, but I would rather them not just do little cameos or references like they referenced Element 115 and Nova Gas at the end of Vanguard's campaign, or rather them do more than just cameos and references. And I would like to see a bigger crossover in a similar way to what we've seen with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, where we have Modern Warfare characters and Zombies characters side by side. They really need to take advantage of this shared Call of Duty universe. I'm excited to go to the near future again. I think this is the best setting for Call of Duty, especially right now. We've never been in the 90s before, so that's a unique setting for Treyarch. I mean, we've touched upon it in Black Ops 1's campaign, but we've not had a full game based around that. And of course, we've had near future before, but now we are literally approaching 2025. The sequel to Black Ops 2, when that original game was set, is literally releasing in the year that the original was made, so that's insane. But with it being set 5 years in the future from 2025, I wonder how much it's going to differ from Black Ops 2. In addition to the return to the captivating storyline, the game is set to introduce remastered maps from Black Ops 2, providing a nostalgic yet fresh experience for fans. As was leaked in the past, plans for the game's scope have evolved, with a focus on launching new as well as remastered maps in conjunction, addressing previous criticisms from prior outings as as well as Modern Warfare 3, which just launched with remasters. Of course, we've had new maps in Season 1, but this game will have some new ones on launch too, and aiming for a more comprehensive multiplayer. Let's just hope the new maps they bring are good. Black Ops 2 had some of the best maps ever made, so we know we're going to be eating good there, but are they also going to bring all of them, including the DLC maps, and will the ones they don't release at launch in exchange for new ones, will they still come post-launch? As the game's development continues to unfold, we anticipate an overhaul to the movement system, the return to the beloved Pick 10 create class, the gunfight game mode, and the promise of another year of round-based zombies, offering a diverse and immersive gameplay experience. With the return of Black Ops 2's multiplayer systems comes also the return of its maps as well. Black Ops 2 features Raid, one of Treyarch's greatest maps of all time, as well as fan-favourite maps like Grind, Hijacked, Rush, Slums, and Standoff, although it is rumoured that we might be getting Grind in COD 2024. According to Charlie Intel and Insider Gaming, the game will launch half of the Black Ops 2's maps on disc and some new maps, with the other half coming down the line post-launch. This differs from Modern Warfare 3, where we saw all of the maps from the original Modern Warfare 2 game on release. I guess the reason why they're doing two Modern Warfare's, two Black Ops games back to back is because it's easier to develop, but they need to respond to the criticism of Modern Warfare 3, because both Modern Warfare 2 and 3 are very, very similar. I think mainly because they are set in the same era, so I think it's a good thing that we're going from the 90s to a completely different setting in 2023, 40 years later. That way they can keep the games separate and they are just completely different to one another, and that way they're not related and they can still feel really unique to one another. And speaking of fan feedback, round-based zombies is the zombies mode for this codenamed Saturn game. With the return of round-based zombies in COD 2025, one must pose the question, when would it be set? We know that Modern Warfare 3 is set in relatively close proximity to it, so perhaps a follow-up to that game also set in the near future, like the campaign is the setting for Saturn zombies. However, when Saturn is releasing, Call of Duty 2024 will have just finished its update cycle, meaning its zombies will have just come to an end, with Call of Duty 2024 being set in the 1990s and ending so close to the beginning of Saturn. One must wonder how directly the plots of the two games will be related, especially when they are being written in tandem as they are now. Whether the zombies is set in the 1990s, the near future, or perhaps some mix of the two, the return of round-based zombies also calls into consideration locations for the maps. We know that during the Black Ops 4 DLC season, we consistently heard rumors of the return of the TranZit crew maps. Perhaps with a game that is a sequel to Black Ops 2, we could see some zombies maps returning from Black Ops 2's roots as well, potentially the rumored TranZit, Die Rise, and Buried remakes from Zombies Chronicles 2 infamously finally make an appearance in Saturn Zombies. Will that constitute the return of Victus? While Craig Houston and the team initially said that the story of Ultimus Primus and Victus is over with Tag Datoan, Call of Duty 2025 will mark 7 years since Black Ops 4, nearly a decade. Has that been long enough to respectfully bring these characters back? That is for the community to decide, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But it is rumored we might be seeing some sort of TranZit remake inside of COD 2024 as well. Maybe the West Virginia map could be the town section, since it features a lot of similar aspects, and we know the jet gun has been found in the files of the game for that, so maybe we could then see Buried as well as Die Rise in this game as well. But honestly, I could see other remakes or remasters coming to this game as well. After all, it has been literally like 8 years since Black Ops 3 released. I can't believe how long it's been, so I wouldn't be surprised if they even brought some maps back from then, because they have to make 2 round-based zombies games in a row, and in that way they need to kind of have some remakes and remasters to make it easier to develop. Whilst Treyarch have had a 4-year gap between Cold War and COD 2024, they've essentially been making 2 games at once, so definitely remakes would help with that, in the same way that the game's apparently launching with a lot of remakes for multiplayer too. They kind of need to probably do the same for zombies, and I wouldn't mind if they brought back some Black Ops 3 maps even, or some others that were even in the original Zombies Chronicles aside from the Victus maps. And it also begs the question, since we're getting 2 round-based zombies games in a row, how are they going to differ gameplay wise? Because obviously they need to make them feel unique. They can't just be exactly the same, and all Call of Duties now are booting from the Call of Duty HQ, so they all feel very similar, but somehow they need to make the gameplay systems very different between 2024 and 2025 so that it's not just the same game. Otherwise people will feel like once again it's just DLC. Now I think because they're set in different eras, that's going to help a lot, and like I said, I'd imagine the 2025 game is probably a sequel to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Maybe Modern Warfare 3 Zombies ends on a cliffhanger, might tie somewhat into Richtofen in, maybe he'll make an appearance after he might have been funding Terminus Outcomes, Samantha Maxis might fully escape from the Dark Ether, Ava might be controlled by her, and then that could lead into the 2030 game, because of course we're going back to the past in the 1990s with the next game, which will be set before Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, so I'd imagine this near future game will be then a direct sequel to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies and tie all that loop together. And I wonder if the way that they try and differentiate the 2024 Zombies game and the 2025 one is maybe, for example, the 2024 game could be an easier Zombies experience, more akin to Cold War Zombies, but then COD 2025 Zombies might have very similar gameplay systems, but it might just be a harder, more difficult Zombies experience, so that way they can make them feel unique and different to each other, because throughout Cold War Zombies, many people complained, you know, it was too easy, too straightforward, and they can't really please both fans in the same game. Of course, they could do a casual Easter egg and a hardcore Easter egg like World War II Zombies, but that takes a lot of development. So maybe the way that they try and please both fans is they just have one game that's a bit easier, one game that's a bit harder. Maybe they do something like that, or maybe I'm completely off the ball and they're planning something entirely different. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think they will do. But anyways, the prospect of Call of Duty 2025 marks a significant shift in the franchise, offering a blend of nostalgia and innovation with a nod to the success of Black Ops 2. Activision aims to captivate players with familiar elements while delving into new and thrilling content, shaping the future of the series. Not to mention a double down on round-based zombies, which is big. People have been asking for it back, and we're getting 2 years of it in a row. So whilst there are some fans that aren't satisfied with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies being a DMZ hybrid, or you're not a fan of open world zombies, we're getting 2 years of round-based zombies down the line. I just hope that it's good. I hope that Modern Warfare 3 Zombies development hasn't taken too many resources away from it, and I hope that because they're making 2 games at once, it doesn't lead to either experience being lackluster because they've not been able to just focus on one experience. But yeah, I hope that whilst we are getting 2 years of round-based, we still get some sort of open world zombies experience with COD 2024 or 2025 as well, more akin to the original Outbreak and Infinite Survival open world experience with endless sandbox and exploration, as opposed to the time limit in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Or maybe they'll just continue updating Modern Warfare 3 Zombies or make it free to play next year. We will have to wait and see. But I think there's definitely room for round-based and open world zombies to be developed and updated side by side. It shouldn't be one or the other, cater to all types of fans. Anyways, do you think that the return to the Black Ops 2 era will be good for Call of Duty? I definitely think it is. It's one of the most beloved Call of Duties, and I think it's perfect. It'll still be boots on the ground, obviously, because it's not that far in the future. And I think Modern Warfare fans will like it as well, considering, you know, it's so close to when these games are set. It's so close to modern day, yet it's still going to have that vibrant Treyarch look and that bleed with technology, which isn't done as much in the Modern Warfare games, striving a little bit away from realism more in the Black Ops games. And it also has some of the best maps, the original Black Ops 2, so those remakes are going to be a lot of fun, although they definitely need a lot of new maps as well, which hopefully the new ones are good too. So yeah, I think the near future setting is perfect. I guess it's kind of what Battlefield 2024 did recently. It looked visually very similar to Black Ops 2, and I think that was the perfect setting. Although that game wasn't well received, that was because it lacked a lot of content on release, but it was the perfect setting, and people got very hyped for that, and I think people will get very hyped for this too. And you have to bear in mind, it's also going to be set very close to Black Ops 4. Although Black Ops 4 in its development was supposed to be a sequel to Black Ops 3 with advanced movement, it got changed to then be set in 2070, so we'll be 40 years out from that. So I wonder how it's going to tie into some of the weird stuff we saw with Black Ops 4 in the specialist stories and the simulations. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to this game, especially because in 2030, I think they're going to go for a very dystopian feel, and I think a lot of it will hit very close to home. They'll tackle politics in a very interesting way and the upheaval of the world. I mean, if we look back at the original Black Ops 2, a lot of those events have come true and seem very close to what reality is now. I think technology hasn't really caught up that much. They were a bit ambitious there. At least a lot of the technology does exist. It's not really just utilized that much, I would say, in the real world. Even though it does exist, it's not really as widespread as it was within Black Ops 2. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.